Just joining us, this is Good Morning Abuja on NTA Channel 5, the Unity Station. We have our second guest in the house, and this time I want to talk about something that you will be very much interested in. And we're talking about overloading on our roads. Yes, we have CRC Sylvanus Ekpeyong. He is the unit head of Operations Central Business District. Please join us as we welcome him. Thank you so much, sir, for
Thank
joining
you.
us.
Thank
And
you.
Happy
Thank
New
you.
Year.
Happy New Year,
Happy
ma.
New Year.
Compliments. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, ma.
All right, overloading has become a menace on our road. Will you say those effective tips you've given us, are they not effective?
Yes, overloading is not that the tips we are giving are not effective. It's a problem we are facing right now in the country when it comes to overloading. It has been a serious challenge that Federal Road Safety Corps is fighting because since the advent of removal of fuel subsidy, the motorists are decided to some vehicle owners decide to park their vehicles while the ones are doing the commercial aspect of it are now carrying more than what they are supposed to carry. And it's a problem because you see a taxi, a golf that's supposed to carry just one passenger in the front and three at the back. You see them will be carrying two at the front and four at the back. And changing gear is a serious problem. And in the case of any crash, the drivers will not be able to manage or control the vehicle. And it has been a serious problem. And we have been going out for motor parks, going to churches, going to mosques to carry out public enlightenment to tell them the effects of overloading on the vehicle. The effect on overloading on the vehicle is something that you cannot imagine. If a crash happens, if somebody survive, the severity of injury will be much. And we pray that nobody died in any crash. But if somebody that carried overload, you carry two in the front, and if anything happens, the other person might not be able to have a chance to see he can escape or have any way of having survival. If he could not come out, if a vehicle, maybe let me say a vehicle somersaulting, and the person could not come out, if he does not have a spinal cord injury, it might result in the amputation of the legs or arms, and that will lead the person to perpetual sitting on one place or the other. And this is a serious problem. We are advising the motorists not to be carrying overloads. And effect on the vehicles. The vehicle said that you are carrying overload. The load that is more than the actual load the vehicle is supposed to carry have effect on the vehicle. It tells on your economy because you spend money to repair the vehicles. And that is why we keep on telling people. For example, somebody carrying four, two in the front from Maraba to FCT, and maybe you are collecting just 500 naira. And when we arrest you, and we'll keep the vehicle, and you go and pay a fine of 10,000, does it
Compared to the
equate 500 naira to 10,000 naira? Like this morning, we arrested five vehicles before I came here.
Wow.
On overloading. And we don't book them just overloading. We book them because when one you carry two in front, you will not be able to use seatbelt. The passenger will not be able to use seatbelt. So when we book you for seatbelt violation and we also book you for overloading. And we'll keep the vehicle. We don't allow you to go and pay the fine because some of them will just go and pay the fine. So not to pay the fine and go. We'll keep you there and we'll carry out what they call public enlightenment. We educate you on why you should not carry overloading. That paying the money to the government is not enough. But this vehicle will not go. I will give you like 2-3 days before you allow the vehicle to go. So that's why we are trying to curtail the issue of overloading in FCT.
Okay, so since you have tried sensitization, educating people and all that, what other strategies do you think? Do you think the arrest is enough, or the penalty, the 10,000, you think is what it? Because from what you have just said and what we're seeing, they are not responding. They are still going ahead to carry the four at the back and two in front. So what other strategies do you
No,
think?
actually, it's working. Actually, it's working because we have somebody that was arrested with overloading and use of and seatbelt violation. And after the person goes through the period of public enlightenment,
Mm.
and finally paid the fine, he vowed that he would not carry overload again. That vehicle does not belong to him. And that is the vehicle he used to feed his family. And for the past 3 days, you would not have any money to feed the family. You could not pay return back to the person that owns the vehicle.
Mm.
And from that day, he vowed that he will not carry will not carry more than one passenger in front. So that public enlightenment is going, is good. And we will not relent in effort in educating them. Because once you stop educating motorists, they keep on doing the wrong thing. So we are not stopping in educating them. And as long as we are carrying out these educations and then telling them the effect and importance of knowing not to carry overload, it's really helping.
Okay, don't you think you should also add media sensitization? Maybe carry out your sensitization through the media, through the social media. Don't you think it will help your work?
We did that. What I'm doing today is
It's
also
part
media
of it.
sensitization to the
Yes.
motoring public.
Okay.
And our public education office has come on to do that. If you go, we are in short. If you go to social media, you see us. If you go to Facebook, FRC is there. You go
On
to
overloading.
on overloading. On
FCT.
in short, not only on overloading, anything that is against the traffic rules and regulations,
Okay.
we are there. We are due on social media, on print, and every other media. We are there.
Okay. So let's look at your advice. Let's hear your advice.
Before he gets to the advice, I want you to talk about the city center,
Okay.
which is supposed to be of good example to the suburb. But you found out that overloading is still here at the city center. Let's use Area 1 as an example. In the morning, you see them taking 2, 4 at the back, 2 in front. Even if you say anything as a passenger, they won't answer
won't
you.
even answer.
Why are we having
Area
that in the
10
city
center.
center?
Yes, you see, in the city center, that is why we are not relenting effort. There's what we call early morning crime. As early as in the morning, the FRSU goes out to motor parks to educate them. The NURTW, the routine. Now, please tell your drivers the effect of carrying overload. And we don't allow them to. And most of them that you see carrying overload, they might not even carry right in the park. Some of them, when want to leave the park, that's why you see them stop on the roadside and carry the overload. And we advise the FCC residents, please don't patronize vehicles that are not loading in motor parks because of the aspect of security aspect of it. When you want to patronize vehicle that doesn't load in the park, in the garage, the effects, one chance are there.
Yeah.
Because if the vehicle load in my park, we should be able to know they are the people in charge of those parks. We have this relationship with them, with the union leaders, and we go to talk to them, and we arrest the vehicle that is from the particular park, and we know their union leader. We call their leaders and tell them this total number of vehicle, this total vehicle registration number loaded in your park, and we have given you public enlightenment. We are not releasing this vehicle, even though he paid the fine. We are giving him this punishment for like 1 week. So that has also advised we make that those union does not allow them to load in the park. Most of them patronize outside the park. So we advise the residents in the central area, please, if you need to get a vehicle, get to a nearby garage.
All right. Thank
Your
you so
final
much.
safety tips for commuters on the road.
Our safety tip is in this period, there was still the traffic flow is still high, especially people coming back from the Christmas holiday and the New Year break. People are still coming in, and we advise people, please make sure your vehicle is in good condition. Don't overload your vehicle, don't speed your vehicle, and if you must have drink, if you must have to take any drinks, please don't drink and drive. And don't use your phone while driving. If you must receive that call, please park in a safe area and answer the call before you continue. And make sure that your vehicle are all in good condition.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
And thank you for those safety tips.
Yes.
I hope we are there to them so that we have
We hope
roads
so
free
too.
of crashes.
Yes. And
Thank you.
overloading. I hope, yes.
It comes
At
to an
least
end.
The sensitization should just continue so that
Definitely.
we can get a good result from what you're doing. Thank you
We are
so
not
much.
relenting on our efforts. We'll continue doing that, and we'll keep on coming here to also give this sensation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
God
you.
bless you.
We've been speaking with CRC Silvanus Epeyong, the Unit Head Operation CBD, on overloading. Let's say no to overloading, no to overspeeding. Let's say no to drinking and driving, using your phone while driving, so that we have roads free of crashes. Let's go on this musical break. When we come back, Good Morning Abuja continues with our complimentary segment.